Hello everybody, I just want to do a quick walkthrough kind of through my search and rescue chest rig. I just started doing search and rescue probably a little under a year ago, and I'm slowly building out all my stuff now that I'm finished with all my trainings. So this is kind of a rudimentary entry level chest rig. I carry most of my stuff in the pack. I wanted something really small, mainly just to carry my radio and a couple of essentials in case I had to drop my pack somewhere and wander off a little bit. So there's some survival stuff in here, but it's mainly just search stuff and a radio for comms. I'll link everything down below. I'll put the names of all the items kind of as I'm going through it. So if you guys have any questions, you should have all that information there. And also, if you have any recommendations, put them down in the comments below, because I definitely want to learn more. I'm excited for this journey that I'm starting with search and rescue. So it'd be good to get as much information as far as any gear recommendations you guys have or setups that work well for you. So let's just jump right into it, I guess, starting with the pack and kind of what's on the outside of the pack here. So this is just a cheap Amazon pack. I think it was under like $30. I'll put the name of it right here. And then, yeah, I was looking at the Hills People Gear ones and some other search packs, but they're all super big and they're meant for concealed carry too, so they have a big extra pocket in the back. With our team, we're not allowed to carry any firearms because we do work with the sheriff's department. So I just wanted something small to carry radio and some essential items. And if I did need to make this bigger, I'll show you here. Does have a big Velcro pouch in the back, not pouch, but Velcro panel here. And so I can get external pouches that will Velcro on the back and then hang below. So if it was on my chest, I can get an extra like admin pouch or dump pouch down below here. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on just so you kind of see where it fits, and then I'm gonna take the straps off so you don't have to worry about it. Not making a bunch of noise. So I normally just keep all three attached except the right strap. So this is kind of where it sits, right at my nipple level basically. And then yeah, it's nice and high, it's tight to the body, doesn't stick out much. Let's see here. It's pretty slim. Narrow. I didn't want some of them like stick out way far, and I was like, I don't want to deal with all that. So it fits perfect for where I need. The radio pouch on the side doesn't interfere with anything. My backpack goes right over it. No issues there. And then my sternum strap will go right on the top, so I don't have an issue. If I am wearing it with a backpack, I will take the antenna out and run it up through the backpack just to get better reception. It works perfectly fine like this. I have it routed just through a couple loops here. Because if it's just sticking straight up, it's really annoying. If I am wanting better reception and I'm thinking this isn't giving it the reception, I do like there are some laser cut holes on these straps. So I will just stick them through a couple of the holes. So that way it's up and still gets the reception, but it's just out to the back. It's not flopping around everywhere. If this was all I was wearing, and I'm gonna be out and doing a lot of comms and tracking, this is kind of how I'd have it, just so it's out to the back and I don't have to worry about any reception issues. And then my microphone, it's just routed through the back. It's just pretty loose. When I put it on, I just make sure to pull it up to the top, and then the clip I have on the microphone just clips right into the laser cut part of the chest rig, and then still gives me plenty of room to use the microphone, but it's not having a bunch of excess material hanging around. So I'm going to take this off and we'll do a deeper look into the pack itself. Alright, so this is just the pack with the straps taken off. Let's see, from the first, I did use some shock cord and attach a tourniquet. This is just a trainer tourniquet I have on here. I normally use a soft T tourniquet by Tactical Medical Solutions. I'll link that in the description below. I don't have one near me right now, so I just had this trainer one. So that's what would go down here. There are some pre-cut holes that were in the bottom of this pack, and so I just added some shock cord through there and tied it, and then added a quick little bungee so it's easy accessible. Over along this side, over here, I have an Olight i5T, and I believe this is in the light warm color. They have a couple different colors, and for looking at footprints and stuff down on the ground, you kind of want a warm light because the LEDs normally wash everything out. So I found this was a good hybrid of still being really bright. It has multiple levels, light or bright, and this warm color seems to work really well with seeing shadows and footprints, especially in the sandy environment we have here, where a bright white light would just wash everything out and you really wouldn't see much. So yeah, I really like this light. Super thin and small, and it just slides down here on the side of my pack over here. So that's that. And then radio. Of course, we just use the Baofeng UV5R entry level radio, and then I run my antenna right through here, like I said before. Let's take this all out. Just a regular Baofeng. I don't have an extended battery pack on it yet. Battery works well for me. We don't transmit much when we're out there, so it's mainly just listening to CP if any other teams need anything. So yeah, I have my microphone and then the antenna. These radios work really well if you get a new antenna, and I really recommend this authentic Nagoya antennas, the whips. I believe this is like a 16-inch. It's the NA24J antenna. Again, I'll link all this stuff below. And then as far as pouch-wise goes, it's just a one Tigris radio pouch off of Amazon, and I have it has two Molly loops on the back. And the first one is going through the actual Molly on the chest rig, same where the flashlight was. And then the second one is going around the buckle here. So when it's fully buckled in, it's around the strap. But I mainly wanted it not just on the strap, because if I took the strap off, I didn't want my radio pouch falling off. So one of them is through the main loops, and then the other one is through the strap. So as you can see here, even with the strap off, it's not really holding much on this buckle portion, but since it is strapped to the actual pack itself, it's plenty secure. And it is adjustable, so if I get a longer radio or a bigger base, I can drop it down, so it's not sticking up so far. Out in the front, I just have a basic search and rescue patch I got on Amazon, under $10, and then a waterproof Baofeng microphone, push to talk. And I feel like they're all the same. I didn't pick this one over any, just I like the gray and the orange. It felt the color scheme, and it had the adjustable clip on the back. The front of this pouch is laser cut, which is nice, because then I'll be able to attach things. But also I just clipped the microphone right to the top laser cut sections right here. And I like it on my pack rather than on my shoulder. Again, it's mainly just for if my backpack's coming on and off. I just wanted all this stuff to stay pretty central on my body. I didn't want cables going up and around or on the straps at all, because my backpack straps sit on top of the straps of the chest rig. So I wouldn't want to keep moving this from this strap to the backpack every time I take it on and off. I just wanted to sit right in front on my chest rig. And then it's easy. I find I could hear it pretty well right here. And then I can just grab it and talk pretty easy here, rather than bending over and then my voice is all muffled. So that's the radio portion. And then I just have a little headlamp, cheap headlamp. Most headlamps that use straps will fit onto the like a molly section. So it's just woven into there. No extra attachments there. I just took the strap off of the headlamp and put it on here. And I like having it on here because if I am walking, I can just articulate it down and it lights up enough where I need to see. Of course, if you are searching at night, I can have a higher power headlamp on my head or my helmet. But for most admin stuff, and I don't want to ruin my night vision, I'll just I'll use the light on my chest pack and I'll use the red mode and I can just read maps easily. And I don't have to worry about the reflection coming back straight to my eyes because the headlamp's not up here on my head. It's down on my chest, so the reflections are a lot better. And I don't have to worry so much about headlight discipline. If we are in a group and I'm talking to someone, I'm not blinding them with my headlamp when we're talking, which is an issue we have a lot with our team. So having that on the chest keeps it out of everyone's field of view, yet still lets me read the maps and see what's on the floor in front of me. And then up front here, I just have a Mora knife companion, I believe it is, and it's just zip tied onto the molly sections on here because there wasn't really a good attachment option. So I just got 4 zip ties, 2 back here on the handle, and then 3 up here on the base, and it's on there really well. It's not going anywhere. And then this is the Mora knife. It's just a stainless steel. I like them. They're only like $17. But they're razor sharp right out the box, so it's really nice. And honestly, it's almost worth just buying a new one rather than just sharpening it once it gets dull or goes into another pack or something just to get beat up. But yeah, I try not to use this for pretty much anything unless I need something to be really sharp, like cutting rope or string in an emergency situation. And then going into the pack in the first pouch here. So this first little pouch, it's basically just a small little admin pouch, and I just keep it for quick access items. So normally I'll have like my Stinger gummies in this pouch, along with just some sunscreen because we're out here in Arizona, and the sun's pretty brutal, so you always gotta have more sunscreen. And then I just have a variety of Band-Aids in here as well because 90% of the items you use in your first aid kit are Band-Aids, so I just like to keep those out, easy access. And then in the main pouch here, the only thing I do not like about this pack, which is good and bad, I guess, is that it doesn't open all the way. The Hills People Gear chest rigs will open all the way down, and then you'll be able to see all your stuff on top, and they'll have like little anchors here so it doesn't flip all the way forward. And that's pretty nice because I have found that it is kind of cumbersome to get into this, but also most of it is just really easy. I just need to dip in there, so I don't want it to actually open all the way. Yeah, you cannot unzip it all the way, but sometimes it's nice where I can just rip it open and it's not all just gonna fall down on me. So this is kind of the entrance of the pack here. On the front side, keep my little Right in the Rain notepad. Well, it's not Right in the Rain, but not that brand. Just the one on Amazon. Got like 10 pack of them for pretty cheap. Those work pretty well. And then just have a space blanket just for emergency situations, shelter, or patients in shock. Just so I have something if I were stuck with just my chest rig, then I'll have something for shelter. Let's see. That's pretty much all I have in this first little area. And then just keep a variety of pens, just regular pen, a pencil, and then a Sharpie. Next, there's some bungee areas in here. I'll get some other shots so you can kind of see what I'm talking about in here. There's little sections that you can stick stuff in. So right now I just have my Leatherman Skeletool in there and some gloves. So this is my Leatherman. This is mainly what I would use if I need to just do some ugly knife work that might gnaw up the blade. I'll just use this since I'm not really worried about this being super sharp. And then it has pliers, of course, if I ever need to pull out cactus thorns or things like that. Lighter, of course. I don't have any fire steel or anything in this pack. It's in my actual backpack that I carry, so I just carry a basic Bic lighter in here just in case I need it. And then I have a couple pairs of really thick, heavy-duty non-latex gloves, so nitrile gloves. These are just like Harbor Freight mechanics gloves, really thick gloves, because I found if I'm in like kind of a high intense situation and I'm trying to put gloves on, last thing I want is just to go too fast and just rip the gloves, which I've seen a lot of my teammates do, and then they go through like 3 or 4 pairs of gloves just trying to get a pair of gloves on. Yes, these are hot and really tough to get on right away, but you can pull them and stab them and everything, and they're not going to rip. So that's why I chose these ones. I have 2 pairs in here, I believe. And down here, of course, I have my pace beads. Don't really use these much, but always good to have in case all of our electronics go down. And we're basically just map, compass, and pace beads. And yeah, it's just carabiner, some beads you can get from any hobby store. I took the inside out of 550 paracord so it would fit in these beads really easy. And then yeah, I just melted it on. Melted the ends and tied the knots, and that's all you need. Those are the counts of beads you need. And then I just attached, I found this little tiny light, and I just attached it to the end of it, just in case I have no light left and I need to read a map or something. Next, in these main big mesh pouches in the back here, I don't know if you'll be able to see, I have my compass and my signaling mirror. Again, this is just a really cheap Amazon compass. I don't use it much while we're out there. Mainly we're using Caltopo. And I will definitely be upgrading this compass soon. But like I said, this is all stuff I got right when I started. And I didn't really know where I need to spend my money. So I wanted just to get the bare essentials first, use it all a little bit, and then see where I need to start spending my money down the road. So this is just a basic mirror and compass. And then I got a nice signaling mirror, a prism signaling mirror, so you can aim it and get a nice hot spot and aim it where you want it to go. And then just to protect it, didn't come with a case or anything, so I just wrapped a string around it just so nothing is bumping directly on the screen. And it isn't a glass compass, so it shouldn't scratch very easy. Next, I just have a small tape measure. It's 10 foot, so it's plenty big, but yeah, it's super small. Kind of hard to read for some people, but it's enough to lay down and have someone take a picture of a footprint or a track or something and get your dimensions down. So that can be clipped on the outside. If you're using it a lot, if you are following a track and need to constantly keep measuring, I would just set it on my tracking pole, the length of the foot and the stride. But if you need to actually confirm measurement, you can just clip it on to like your backpack strap or something for quick access. And then what else do I have in here? And I also just have my little map tool, which just helps you map distances on your UTM maps and UTM grid maps. And then a couple dude wipes, just random wipes to wipe your face, your hands if you get really dusty. Sometimes we get dropped off by a helicopter, so you're all dusty as it's flying away. So it's sometimes nice just to wipe your hands off and your face off while you're out there. And then pretty much lastly, I just have another little multi-tool, some cheap one. I think I got it like O'Reilly's or something. But it's got a knife, a bottle opener, and scissors. Scissors is the main reason why I wanted it on here. It's got tiny little scissors on it, just if I need to cut threads or something. Yeah, I could use a knife, but scissors are always nice to have. And then a whistle. I will be probably upgrading this whistle to a nice storm whistle because this cheap whistle does not go very far. But yeah, that's pretty much everything that's in this pack. Yeah, if you have any questions about this or any recommendations on things you think I should add or that work or don't work for you that you might see on this setup, Please let me know in the comments below. I'd love to get everyone's feedback. Other than that, hope everyone's staying safe out there and enjoy the rest of your day.